Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. Not so solo playthroughs through, Arkham Horror the card game, with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. If you're new here, I don't normally butcher the intro. Normally it's smooth as butter. But today things may not be so easy for our heroes, because today we are starting a brand new Doomed campaign. That's right, I pronounced it incorrectly, with a 2 instead of a do. Because today, I am joined by a very special guest, the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello, the Crosshair. Welcome back after a hiatus, I guess, in a manner of speaking, to Doomed. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, hi. Had some technical issues on my end, but with some black magic we managed to fix it.
Black magic. That's the best way to. I think that's the best way to fix a technical, right? Just magic it out of existence, whatever the issue is. Yeah.
And I am very excited to get to this because we've been planning this for 6 months now.
Planning what exactly? This is the question we must ask ourselves.
Yeah. How it will go is also a different question. But...
Well, that is an excellent question. For those, so, Flower, that's what I've heard. Not being a mage, or rather not being one of those mages, I wouldn't know. Yeah. On Doomed, we play through campaigns in Arkham Horror, the card games, or standalone scenarios. I was playing through the officially released campaign solo, and then Crosshair came on to help me out through one of them, and those two are living happily somewhere else now. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
And since that time, we've also started taking on, again, either myself solo or the two of us together have started taking on fan-made campaigns, of which there are quite a few, standalone scenarios, both official and unofficial, and yeah, that's what we've been doing up till now. However, today is the beginning of something a little different. Hello, by the way, I should vocally say hi to everyone who's in the chat. Flower of August, hello, hope you feel better later. Or soon, rather. And Reading, also hiya, hi, hello. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
How? What do I want to say about today, Crosshair? I think what we've been doing so far has been playing Arkham to discover the story as we go, right? We pick investigators and kind of play into whatever the story of the campaign is.
Yeah.
But what if two investigators are already at the end of their journey and are looking back? What then?
It's definitely a interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
No idea who came up with such a horrible concept.
What a horrible concept. Ridiculous. I want to know a bit about who we're playing, and rather than finding out too much about where they came from, I think we're going to find out where they came from today, and hopefully build to where we'll eventually find them. But, I mean, if you want to kick us off, Crosshair, what can you tell us about the investigator you're playing?
Well, I'm playing the Doomed universe, or the Doomverse, Sister Mary.
Okay. How that's different from normal, I assume?
Yeah, well, Sister Mary has her own, background and stuff like that.
Oh, I see,
But
I see.
we do things a bit different here. And Sister Mary wasn't always a sister. She was actually in the military, in the war.
Oh, wow.
Let's say.
Like a nurse, or
More like a soldier. In
Nice.
a special unit. She got the nickname Bloody Mary, actually,
Brutal.
from those times. But during one of the missions, her squadron encountered something, and that something took out her whole squad except for her. And after that, she found herself lost, as one does, and ventured into the Church of Saint Hubert, where she met Father Mateo and other nuns, and she found faith, so to speak.
But of course,
And
maybe she never left behind some of that less than faithful training she's had.
she has somewhat unorthodox ways to deal with some of the issues that the church has.
I see. Okay. Well, you know, to be unorthodox in these times is not necessarily bad. I like that backstory. I like that where she's coming from. I think if we can see that branch of Bloody Mary's life, it, like you said, it kind of entwines or gets wrapped up in the fate of a priest from this Church of Saint Hubert. How nice they added a Pulp Cthulhu character expansion. Yeah, Flower, you're not gonna believe this. Anyway, yeah, I love that. If we go back along that other branch, Father Mateo, or as Aragorn will inevitably say many times, Papateo, so I'm just going to start probably calling him Papateo. Father Mateo has been struggling with his very, very good, by the way. He's been struggling with his faith for a long time, because he's seen things that shouldn't exist in a world with the kind of God that he was sort of like trained to be, or trained with the sort of, trained to believe in, I should say. He began studying other things, like you said, unorthodox methods, sort of on the side, although his perhaps is less military focused and more arcane. He's trying to find a balance between the world of faith that he knows and the world of the magic that he also has seen to exist. And to that end, he found a new home at, as you say, the Church of Saint Hubert, a place that perhaps celebrates all facets of the world, even those that people would rather keep hidden. And as Father Mateo, Papateo, and Sister Mary, or Bloody Mary, regroup in the Church of St. Hubert, perhaps today they are going to recall Papameto? Delicious. Perhaps the two of them will recall how it is that they first began this journey together, researching, investigating, exploring, and eventually stumbling upon the thing that they're going to have to face together.
Yeah, currently they are at the church preparing for something that's about to happen. Mm-hmm. But we won't get into that just yet.
No, it's if anything, these two are reflecting on what brought them to this point in their lives and to this point, in their fates, their destinies, at the Church of St. Hubert. And it all began one dark and stormy night back in the home of one of these two. Now, I should say, I'll read the intro, and maybe we'll decide if there's some details that fit or don't quite fit, and we'll see where we get to. If that works for you, of course. Friday, September 18th, 1925, Arkham, Massachusetts. It's the end of a long and abnormally hot summer. The first hints of autumn beckon, but a heavy heat persists, relentless. A silent, unspoken anger grips the town. Tempers are short, and in the last week alone there have been numerous reports of townspeople coming to heated, violent blows with one another over simple misunderstandings. And now, a call from James Hankerson. He claims to have found a dismembered body in his barn. Now, naturally, if you find a dismembered body in your barn, you know, who are you going to call? Other than the police.
The church.
The church, exactly. I mean, you know, look, James Hankerson knows that he has to exorcise a demon when he sees one. Blaming the weather would be too easy. There's something wrong with this town, and not a whole lot this old soothsayer can do to stop the slide. My auguries indicate a small group of investigators will soon take note of these strange happenings and set forth to make things right. I'll be watching their progress, but I won't be holding my breath. So it says you and your partners have been investigating strange events taking place in your home city of Arkham, Massachusetts. Now, this is an important question. Are we currently, do you think, Crosshair, are we in the home of one of these two people, or is this maybe the sort of like small cottage attached to the church where they both work, for lack of a better word?
I do believe my memory is a bit hazy after all these years. But I do believe it could be Father Mateo's, like, childhood home.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's local and Mary's nuts.
Right, of course, yeah, she came from, well, maybe not overseas, but at least, you know, back from, like you said, from the war. Yeah, so this, then, we find ourselves, again, like you say, many ages ago, back where it all began, we find ourselves in the study of Father Mateo's home. In his home city of Arkham, Massachusetts, over the past few weeks, several townspeople have mysteriously gone missing. Recently, their corpses turned up in the woods, savaged and half-eaten. The police and newspapers have stated that wild animals are responsible, but you believe that there is something else going on, something sinister. You're gathered together at Father Mateo's home to discuss these bizarre events.
I like to think that this is the point at where I think Sister Mary, or Mary as she was, brought the attention of this other world to the church with her. And now is their first official church business, so to speak.
Bingo. I'm liking where this is kind of developing. I think this first incident is, like you said, brought to the church by Mary. Is the sort of inciting incident in Father Mateo actually taking steps to try to reconcile the two sides of his faith, the sort of, you know, the belief in a higher power that is good, and the belief in powers beyond reality that are neither good nor evil, but they are dangerous for humanity. And, you know, bringing him into this investigation, they're currently trying to study, I guess, we'll see, but they're trying to study newspaper clippings and details as to what might be happening in the town of Arkham. It can't just be wild animals. There's no way. Agenda 1A. What's going on? It's late at night. You're holed up in your study researching the bloody disappearances that have been taking place in the region. A few hours into your research, you hear the sound of strange chanting coming from your parlor down the hall. At the same time, you hear dirt churning, as if something were digging beneath the floor. 3 Doom. Act 1A. Mysterious Gateway. As you leap to investigate, the door to your study vanishes before your eyes, leaving behind a strange gateway to another part of your house. There must be a reason why this is happening. Investigators in the guest hall may spend the requisite number of clues, which is 6, to advance.
Seems doable.
Seems okay. We have chanting coming from down the hall. We have, so of course, Mateo and Mary believe themselves to be alone? Question mark? In the home. Chanting coming from down the hall, the sounds of digging from beneath their feet, and now the doorway has become a gateway to another part of the home. Flower wants to know what difficulty we're playing this on. And expert, of course. Yeah, no, it's making me contemplate whether we should have changed the difficulty from standard, but no, I don't think so.
Standard for now.
Yeah, we might. Well, we'll have to see where this journey takes us afterwards. Viewers of the channel will know that Crosshair and I have played a number of, campaigns and fan campaigns and so on together. But as you pointed out to me the other day, Crosshair, we started this scenario way back off stream as like a test, but we never actually finished it.
Yeah, I still don't know what's gonna happen in this scenario. So,
oh baby,
years ago, before the big events, we tested out this just to see if it works, and I wanted to know okay, how does this game work?
Mm-hmm. How do you play this game?
And the rest is history.
Yeah, we've learned.
Ironic enough that we return to this in our first story about telling the history of these two.
Well, it is the gathering. It is the place where these two first, of course not when they first met, but it's certainly when all of the incidents that lead up to where they are today began. The strange creatures or whatever in the home around Arkham. These are all things that are vital to where they are today. We've got Elliespot jumping into the chat. Elliespot, hello. Oop. Welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
I have to assume the caps lock is bebe, but you do what you. Oh yes, okay. Residual bebe caps. Incredible.
And hi to the bebe.
Hello. Do we need to just briefly go over what our investigators do? Just hello, hi. You can yell at me. Don't worry about it, Elliespot. No worries. Just so that people are aware of kind of the mechanics of what we're playing with here.
Oh yeah, like the basics.
Yeah,
it's been so long.
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No, well, what they can do or say. So Father Mateo is a believer and a warden. He's a protector of the faith, although, as I've mentioned, he is currently battling between two different faiths. We'll see that coming later. His ability is a reaction that is once per game. It says when an investigator reveals a tentacle chaos token, the automatic fail, cancel it, treat it as an elder sign token instead, and again it says limit once per game. And then his, perhaps some would say real ability, the elder sign effect, that sort of burst of luck or faith or destiny or whatever you want to call it. You automatically succeed. After this test ends, either draw a card and gain a resource, or if it's your turn, you may take an additional action. Pretty nice. And based on my usual chaos draws, completely useless. But we'll see how it goes.
Well, we've been playing so long that the little red icon that comes at an inopportune times, at least now it's a little bit less of a risk.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like an old friend,
Yeah.
Flower, great question. If I drew one during a mythos test, because that's outside of your turn, like a treachery during the mythos phase, or during the enemy phase, if you had reason to draw chaos tokens, yeah, there you go.
And also it's when an investigator, so it can be used on
Yes.
anyone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The reaction, not the elder sign, but yes, the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I wish his elder sign was for everybody. That would be amazing. Just everyone on the team is just fully powered up. But yeah, no, the reaction is once, but you're right. It can work for anybody. What about Bloody Mary?
Yeah. Well, you know me. I like to play investigators like they're meant to be played.
Nash.
Yeah. Well, Mary as an investigator is basically a bless token generator.
Ooh.
During setup, we add 2 bless tokens to the chaos bag.
Which I did.
We did. Yep.
Yeah. Just checking.
And when the round ends, as a reaction, add 1 bless token to the chaos bag. And the elder sign effect is +1. If you succeed, add 1 bless token to the chaos bag.
Delicious.
So basically, she's adding chaos tokens to the bag every turn and all the time.
But like good ones, like good things.
Yeah,
nice.
bless tokens are good, and then we have the other tokens,
Which are
and
not.
yeah, and she totally doesn't have anything that might bite her in the ass regarding that bless token.
Perfect. That's what
And
I
of course, as we are used to, I have set up with geared up, which means I don't do anything on turn 1 except play items, and my possibly favorite In the Thick of It, where I take some experience to start and take some trauma.
Yes, which is a great card for sure. Yeah.
And we'll see what makes Sister Bloody Mary when we get into it.
Well, it's the handprints, right? It's the bloody handprints on the geared up, and
Yeah,
it's that, right?
She's a medic, so she gets her hands blood.
Yeah. I'm sure that's all it is. Just to vocally respond as well to Flower's question, because I think it's important, given that Mary plays with bless tokens. A bless token is a nice, beautiful golden chaos token. There can be a maximum of 10 in the bag or in play at any one time. They give you a +2, but they force you to draw another token afterwards. Of course, there are many cards that interact with bless, either as a way of keeping them in the bag or giving them additional benefits, or removing them as sort of a cost to play a card. We'll see those as we go. I'm sure it'll be clear.
Yeah, and the flip side, of course, is the curse tokens, which are -2 and draw another token.
Yeah, Father Mateo is struggling a bit with his faith, and he might have a little bit of both going on. I mean, we'll have to see how it goes.
As Sister Mary likes to say, blessings are just curses in disguise.
Wow. Damn, Mary. All right, Crosshair, before we get started, I'm not going to change the stream settings. I'm just going to force my cats out of the room because they are starting to... It's it's their time to bother me for food. Right, cats? Come on. Come on. Keep the stream entertained. You don't have to. Come on, Ripley. Come on, Max.
Wait, me keep the stream. Well, I'm eating candy right now, so that's pretty... These are great candies, actually. They're like gold and pink in wrapper, and their name is Shine. And they're like...
Wait, what's happening?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. No, not at all. And Flower, I have a thing for this. Is it that one? There you go. So just ask. They do not stay between scenarios. Thank you. That's a great question, actually. Unlike frost tokens in Edge of the Earth, these are scenario specific. And I should have mentioned as well, bless is +2, draw another token, and then remove the bless from the bag. That's actually key. They don't just stay in there forever, because that would be amazing.
Also, one thing that we didn't touch on before we started, this is the Father Mateo and Sister Mary at the church, regaling their past adventures, which means that we will not be going through full scenarios. We might jump around a bit.
Very true. This.
Like,
oh, yep. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. You're absolutely correct. This gathering was, for fans of Doomed will know, this gathering was very similar to the beginning of a story of one Agnes Baker, the waitress, who then went on to Salem with her friend and all this. But her journey took her through 2 more scenarios in this campaign, in this core campaign. Whether Father Mateo and Sister Mary follow a different path is up to us. So what you may see scenario by scenario is, like you said, Crosshair, a lot of jumping around, a lot of, trying something new.
Yeah, maybe we'll tell a full story of something. Maybe we'll tell just bits and pieces of some. Maybe we'll meet dinosaurs in time.
Well, it will be a full story. The question is just what kind, right? I think it's exciting.
Yeah, this is kind of I'm Doomed stuff, because this is all about the story instead of perfecting how to run a campaign.
Bingo, exactly. Yeah, which is exciting. I think so. Thank you for that, Crosshair, because you're right. I had forgotten. I think we're ready to get started. We know that there's chanting and digging sounds, and we know that the door to the study has been replaced by a gateway into the beyond. Well, into some hallway beyond. We need 6 clues in the hallway, and otherwise the guest hall. My apologies. And I think that's about it. I'm ready to do the thing and draw our opening hands.
Let's get doomed.
Let's get doomed. Whoops, I meant to draw 5. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Huh.
Oh,
I mean,
this is quite nice. Okay, I don't need that. I know what I would like, but I think I'll just do that. Okay. Not bad, honestly.
I mean, I'm gonna drop clairvoyance out.
Cool.
And
whoop. Sorry, I placed something, so it might just bump you for a second. Okay, good, we're good. Phew.
And I don't think we'll need a gateway. We already have one.
That's a good point.
Let's see, what else do we get? Oh, well,
More gateway.
It's interesting because
Yes,
you have a
that's what I thought.
turn here.
Well, I say if you want to go for it, I say go right ahead. Sorry, we should reveal our location here. As we mentioned, Father Mateo and Mary are in the study. You've been investigating the strange events occurring in Arkham for several months now. Your desk is covered in newspaper articles, police reports, and witness accounts. However, with the sounds of chanting, strange digging and scratching and snuffling, and the doorway changing into some sort of magical gateway to the beyond, the door to your study has vanished, leaving in its wake a gateway to another part of your house. 3 shroud, 2 clues, double action, draw 3 cards. Only the lead investigator can activate this ability. Forced, when an enemy attempts to spawn at a location that is not in play, put that location into play and spawn that enemy there. This prevents things from just getting discarded. Hi, Cthulhu as well. Welcome to Doomed. Welcome to a special new style of campaign. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello.
Cthulhu was here earlier, but I missed it.
Totally missed the chat coming in. I also love me some Eye of Chaos. Crosshair, it's all us. I if you want to get us started and have Mary gear up, then feel free.
Well, Mary is seeing the portal open up. My actions here.
Well, just close those off. Yep.
Will, of course, just in case, get out her blessed blade.
Blessed
which she
blade.
tends to carry around just in case. Even if Father Mateo might not be a fan of it, but you never know, and these are the kind of situations where you know.
I do think he definitely eyes Mary and like kind of, you know, he's happy that she has something to defend themselves, but he's hoping that that's not something they need to do.
Yep.
Thanks, Cthulhu.
I forgot that. Also, Mary pulls out something that she's been working on her own free time. Because
Working on. Oh God. Is it a bomb?
she knew that with all these rumors and stuff, there might be some unholy things going on. So she created some talismans
Ooh.
for both of them.
Nice.
These are kind of like Saint Hubert's talismans of protection.
Yes, of course. Well, yeah, exactly right. It's a ward of faith rather than, you know, necessarily like some sort of folk item. Costs 1 as well this turn, which is nice, right? Like just 1 for whatever.
And I played 1 for you as well.
Oh, what a oh, that's so sweet. Oh, takes up an arcane slot. Hey, thanks.
It's one of those. Let me just draw my blade out and also wear this.
Father, you're gonna want to wear this. What the hell? He like, you know, he's got his, you know, his rosary firmly in his grasp, but he accepts the Saint Hubert's talisman as well.
And that's it. Okay. Just a preparatory drop of items.
Getting ready to see what the future might hold. Father Mateo needs to do a couple of things here really quickly. First and foremost, I think he's going to call upon, you know, holding this talisman and the rosary, he is struck again by how ironic or how strange it is that he, a priest of the faith, is now almost kind of serving 2 masters, as it were. His research into what lies beyond the good book, you know, and what lies in other realities has caused him to question what other powers there are in the universe. Now, I don't think this is necessarily him calling out to Ra God of the Sun necessarily, but I do think he knows that there's energy in the universe that he can access in a certain way, and he's going to try to reach out and gain more of it. Gain a resource, reveal 3 random tokens from the bag. It says for each blah 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 symbol, but it's the updated taboo version is any symbol. So yes, Cthulhu, yeah, I was just gonna say I didn't load it in by accident, but that's me. So I'll switch that next time. Draw 3 tokens. Classic, not a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's bound to happen. Whatever. It is what it is. Disappointing. The next thing is, you know, having received this St. Hubert's protective ward, he takes from under his, or from within one of his desk drawers, an artifact. They call it a key in this church, and for him this is a way of classic flower frost tokens. this key is in fact a symbol of their faith. Oh. I'm going to go ahead and just save Crosshair.
Yeah, seems to be a connection. Boop. Ding.
No, it's all good. In the meantime, I'll continue to take my turn here.
Yeah.
I think this St. Hubert's key feels like a very important piece of the puzzle for Father Mateo. Yeah. Yeah, geez Louise, Cthulhu. Oh, that would have been nice, eh? Ah, man. But what is this charm exactly? I mean, the art here seems to suggest it's like a brand, perhaps. And I think it's Father Mateo's promise to himself that he is going to seek out the truth no matter the cost, I would say. And then a last action, I'm going to investigate here and just try to get a clue, because I can. I have 4 intellect now, so I'm going to just take this 4 to 3 and, see how it goes. Yep, no, that's a classic. Yeah, 4 to 3.
Thank goodness.
Hello.
Everything works.
Excellent. Yeah, that's...
The Hubert's key just causes some minor mental lag.
Yeah, I would... Exactly, right? Cthulhu's right. The art seems to be suggesting some sort of corruption that's being purged, and I think... Whoops, that's the wrong button. I think for me, this is... Yeah, Father Mateo's, like, searing promise to himself to seek out the truth. Flower, in terms of the mechanics here, yeah, you get +1 will, +1 intellect, and -2 sanity. Sanity is the pool of mental health. I have 8 as Father Mateo, so -2 brings me down to 6. I currently have 1 horror out of my 6 sanity. Ooh, jeez. Sorry. Currently taken up. However, reaction, when you would be defeated by horror, discard it to immediately heal 2 horror. And, of course, also the St. Hubert's Talisman. When you're assigned damage and or horror that would defeat you, discard it to cancel up to 2. So,
yeah,
we're well protected currently.
Also, when the St. Hubert's key goes away, you gain 2 sanity.
Yeah, you get you get 2 sanity, plus you heal 2 horror. It doesn't prevent you from taking the horror that you would have taken, but it would theoretically keep you from dying. Yeah.
I do wonder what happens when you play St. Hubert's key if you had enough mental trauma to go over the mental limit.
That's a good question. I assume that's a good question. Yeah, like if you had 5 out of 6 horror and then you played St. Hubert's key, I assume that you would trigger the reaction to immediately discard it.
Yeah, basically.
But it just seems
so
exactly.
In a pinch, you could heal 1 horror, but also if you take more trauma than your pool is,
yes,
you are killed. So
yeah, so no, that's a good point. Yeah, I think though that's like it wouldn't. I'd have to look up the rules for that. That's a good question. Like if you had 6 mental trauma and you played this, pay 4 resources in action, survive.
Yeah.
But Flower is right. We don't want these people to die during their own flashback. That would be brutal.
Yeah, we might have to retell a story.
Exactly.
Killed.
But that's my turn. I failed to get a clue here, so we can pass right away to Upkeep, where Mateo and Mary get ready to take on what's on the other side. Yep.
Add a blitz.
Excellent. Let me go to 1 out of 3 Doom. I'm just going to shuffle that encounter deck here. Maybe they already got their flashback in heaven. Maybe they're already dead. Let's have a look here. Bursting up from under the floor. Its position was a kind of crouch, and as one looked, it felt that at any moment it might drop its present prey and seek a juicier morsel. This is a humanoid monster ghoul. After Grave Eater attacks you, discard a card at random from your hand. It's 2/2/2. But Mateo, grabs both of these charms, but then turns around as the floor explodes beneath him. And a wild beast, somewhere between a rat, a man, a bat, and a monster, emerges, snarling and dripping blood from its jaws. Yikes.
Let's see if he brought friends, because Mary's already readying her blade. It's the Zealot Seal. Hex. The third seal will be the last.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good. What are we sealing? Yeah, sorry.
Each investigator with 3 or fewer cards in hand must take 1 damage and 1 horror. Each investigator with 4 or more cards in hand tests Brain 2. Each investigator who fails must discard 2 cards at random from his or her hand.
Damn, rude, by the way. That's quite rude that I guess maybe the Grave Eater leaves behind it some sort of seal on the ground, some sort of power that saps our energy. I don't know.
Yeah, it's basically a hexed Grave Eater.
Classic.
So I'll just take 1 damage and 1 horror.
Ooh, I didn't realize you had 3. Yeah, okay.
You have to test the...
Yeah, 5/2. Oh, yes?
Oh, yeah. It's each investigator, yeah.
Brutal. I drew a tablet, which is -2, so a pass. But if there is a ghoul enemy at your location, take a damage. The cursed beast kind of radiates this power, this sort of blast of energy that knocks both Mateo and Mary maybe off their feet momentarily. But they're still alive, and they're up, and they're ready to deal with it. Mateo doesn't know what to make of this creature that's coming to bearing down on him. He's terrified. What you thinking?
Well, yeah, Mary remembers that things didn't really start off well.
No, that's fair.
But she's more equipped to handle these things than Father Mateo, and she knows it.
Well, for now, anyway.
So, if you'll allow me...
Yeah, well, I will, absolutely.
Yeah. So, Sister Mary just rushes to Grave Eater and takes it aside so that it doesn't go for Father Mateo.
Yeah, leaps in front of him to defend, the priest, as Cthulhu points out. I think, yeah, this horrible kind of carved sigil in his skull, pounds and throbs with pressure.
Yeah. Before it can reach Father Mateo, Marek steps in between with the blessed blade in hand.
Man.
And I'm just gonna use the blessed blade to fight.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna exhaust it.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Because then you can't fight with it. Yes, we did. So we've updated we've got 3 bless in the bag as of now.
Yeah. So let's just fight with, let's see, 4 against 2. Mm-hmm. That's good. Mm-hmm. Here's for a bless.
Very nice. Very nice.
And -3, so it succeeds, and because a bless token was revealed, this attack deals +1 damage.
Yeah, tell me.
before Father Mateo can really even react to this grave eater, Mary steps in between and drives the blessed blade into the creature's skull.
Ooh.
And the grave eater basically disappears back to the ethereal hole it crawled from.
The light of some sort of, I would say, or he would say, the light of heaven shines off the blade as it comes down and, drives the creature back.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. Well, that was, I'm not going to say lucky, but, that was good. That works.
Effective.
Effective and everything you could ever need.
It's pretty much what Mary can do, except try to get a clue. Might as well see where this thing came from.
Examine the hole it crawled out of, yeah.
We use the book to investigate, right? Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes, you're right, Flower. I hope not to.
Well, that's gonna be 3 against 2, but might as well try. Actually, yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah, sure. You never know. You never know. Oh!
Well.
All right. Well, Mr. Mary is blessed from above. Okay.
Yeah. Mary checks the blood on the blessed blade and how it reacts on the blade itself, and definitely finds something that is evil afoot.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So, +1 if you succeed, add +1 token to the chaos bag, which means I just don't remove it.
Yeah, that's, you would remove one, but then put one back in. Yep, great. Love that.
I'll just grab one of these.
I'll just take one of those, thank you.
Thank you.
God damn, Cthulhu. I hope it's not just some dude that we thought was a monster. What a horrible thing to say. I think what I'm going to do, actually, is draw 3 cards, so double action to draw 3 cards. Mateo... Yep. Oh, God, Crosshair, you know what we never did? I'm going to save right away. We never drew our weaknesses.
Yeah.
Come on over here to the left side of the screen, my friend. We're going to do this right now. We're doing the drawing of the weaknesses.
Well, luckily, we only draw 1 card.
Yes, so I'm pretty sure we're safe in that regard. We have, you'll see here, we have all of the old weaknesses all lined up from the other campaigns we've done. Crosshair, there's a pile here, which is all the ones we haven't used. And below it, you'll see there are 2 specific weaknesses. One is for mystics only, so that will go in my pile. That one is for guardians only, so that could go in your pile. If you choose to shuffle it in and draw.
Yeah, Lurker in the Dark is a fitting creature that might have been the cause of her squad being killed.
Yeah, I think so. What a horrible, horrible piece of art. Oh, I love it. Do you have a... Should I go first? Does it matter?
You can start.
So as we do here, Cthulhu, I'd be thrilled. We're gonna play this weakness drawing that we draw 3 and choose the one that feels the most appropriate for our characters. 1, the Devil, Silver Twilight Acolyte, or Hypochondria. This is interesting. Well, so these actually feel pretty... So brutal, Cthulhu. Hypochondria feels the least kind of valid here, I think. The Silver Twilight Acolyte, this is a cultist who would be hunting Father Mateo, because he's learned too much about the Silver Twilight Lodge. But there's also the Devil, which feels particularly appropriate. I hate this weakness. You cannot play assets other than the Devil while it's in your hand. if it's drawn in your opening hand, you can't replace it. It has to stay. And it costs 3 to play, and it's just disgusting. But I think it's, I mean, unless Crosshare, unless you have an argument, I think it's got to be the devil.
Yeah, the Acolyte also works, but we're at the start basically telling the story, so
we don't know how Father Mateo would have interacted with the Silver Twilight Lodge as of yet.
Yeah, if at all.
If at all, exactly. I am going to just pull out the other one before I forget. There it is. That's the mystic one. And I'm going to take the devil and throw it in. Yeah, exactly. 3 faiths. 3 faiths, Cthulhu. I went to draw 3 cards, Crosshair, and I was like, sure hope I don't draw my weakness. Oh. What is that?
Let's see what we have. We have damned. Before setting up each game, draw a random card from the tarot deck and place it in front of you in the reverse position.
Wild.
Okay, so that's basically a damned Mary.
Correct, yeah.
The 13th vision is very image-wise fitting.
I agree with that for sure, yeah. Nice reading.
The first Velver falls. So it's basically a tie fail with a double action. Not that bad.
Yeah, investigators at your location fail ties, which is like, you know, how lucky are we feeling, right? Are you going to pass by 0 or not? Yeah, exactly.
And drawing the sign, which is a madness act. Which is also fine. Like, I don't particularly feel like any of these are thematic for Mary.
I always give you the option of redrawing if you feel like you need something a bit more inspirational, but you mentioned that the 13th vision sort of looks like, and we don't know what the 13th vision is, right? And then, of course, damned is just, you know.
Well, damned is just damned.
Just damned, yeah, exactly.
Like her past coming back. And it's also permanent, which is funny.
Sure is, Cthulhu.
So, I either take damned or draw 3 new ones to see if I can find a more lore appropriate one.
I entirely leave it to you. I'll say I don't remember what each tarot card does, but they all have like I think you've seen them in games with me. They have a positive side and a negative side. You would, as it says, you would randomly select one and place it in the bad side up just for you. But it's things like you can't take a mulligan. You get -1 willpower. You have to take an ally from your deck and get rid of it for that game. It's various negative effects that impact your investigator.
As a player, I like it because it's like crippling me at the start, which is fun.
Hey, well, if that's exciting to you, I say we go for it. But I leave it to you.
The 13th vision would be fitting, but it doesn't really do anything.
Well, I mean, like, in the sense that, yeah, if you would pass by 0, you instead fail, but that can be obviously devastating or not, depending, right? It's hard to say.
But it just looks so thematically fitting.
It's a good question.
I'm really not sure. I guess we'll go with damned. It'll make things at least fun.
Oh man, that sounds awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
I will put these back, and I will also Curse would have been good, Cthulhu. I'm a little disappointed, but it is what it is. We're getting closer to the bottom of the pile of weaknesses.
We went with the church bells.
Yeah, we went with the church bells.
Good call. But I do need the tarot cards.
Yes, they are on the far left-hand side. I just put a little marker down. They're those fancy ones. Enjoy. I don't know what they all do. Oh yeah, so then you'll see that one side is a good and then reversed is bad.
So we rotate it.
Yep.
No, it's the same thing.
Oh sorry. When you alt it, it only shows it face up, annoyingly. But on the actual card, it's the reverse side says. It's just when you alt over it, it doesn't reverse.
Okay. So once each agenda, well, that would have come in play previously.
Yeah, I'm happy to leave it where it is, and to sort of activate it again if it comes up again.
Yeah. It's easier than to... Well, I only lose the one clue, basically.
Right. That's true. No, I'm super happy to just leave it, because we'd forgotten to draw things here. That's fine.
I remembered that.
Yeah, once each agenda, the first time any investigator reveals an Elder Sign token, cancel it and treat it as a -5. Although, as you're looking at,
ignore it.
Yeah, Damned specifically says each other investigator ignores its effects.
Yeah.
So it is only you who is just damned.
Yeah. All the church bells ring forevermore.
Excellent. Did I pull my weakness? Yes, I did. I must have. Well, I'm going to draw 3 cards, which is where we got to when all of this started. Very nice. And then, how many bless tokens in the bag? 3? I think? 2? Perfect, Cthulhu. Yes, exactly. Ugh, I don't think I'm going to do that. So I'll leave that in the bag. And then last action, I will just see about getting another clue right here. 4 intellect versus 3 shroud. Hell, why not? You gotta go big sometimes. Watching Mary sort of examine the blood left behind by the monster, not person, that she sent back, slithering back down into the hole in the floor. He whispers a small prayer and looks towards the gateway for guidance. Promise of power, I have to put a curse in the bag, and it adds 4 wild icons, so I'm 8 to 3. Okay, well, fine. I'll just take my clue. Fine. And that's the end of my turn.
And then no enemies on the board. Let's upkeep. Oh, yes.
And we go back to our... I'm just reorganizing my hand here, as you do. Love this. We go back to our mythos phase, where I think now, finally, Mateo and Mary are ready to set out and find their way out of the house. Or at least, well, Mateo's hoping to find the source of that creature, although I don't know if he knows how to put a stop to it. I'm going to draw...
When I started, I knew it was going to be a long one.
The chanting from down the hall grows louder and louder, and Mateo has to sort of grit his teeth, and looking at Mary, she doesn't seem to notice the strange sounds. Dissonant voices forces me to not play assets or events, which is probably fine this round. And then it discards at the end of the round.
But the Grave Eater is back.
Bursts back out of its hole, its hidey hole.
Yeah, from a different part of the room, from the shadows. Going for... Mary, of course, because she wounded it before.
Yeah, Mateo's just struggling with the voices in his mind as he stumbles out. He's probably just going to run out the portal and into another part of his home and see where he finds himself. But of course, I will. If you are interested, I will let you start, Crosshair, because you've got an enemy to deal with here, or Mary has an enemy to deal with.
Yeah, and Mary would, as she does, well, deal with them once, deal with them twice, just like little children.
Yeah, bring the blade back up and bring the blade back down again, probably.
Yeah. Just thinking, if I should use the add a bless token, then I'll be still 3-2 anyway. Yeah.
Well,
That's
yeah.
it.
Well, if yeah. My only thought is that the action on Blessed Blade, it has to be ready for you to fight with it. So if that makes sense, right? Like you can't, because it says action if it is ready, fight. Just
Yeah,
that.
but I mean that Mary still has 3 attack without the blade.
And that is a good point. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, let's just go with a regular old swing of the blessed blade. That's it. Sings the harmony. Harmony of -1.
-1.
Fine.
Good. The creature is maybe stronger, or at least it doesn't seem to be taking quite as much guff this time around.
Yeah, charged up or used the revolving.
Yeah, oh god. Mateo is just freaking out because he can hear the voices of demons and angels in his mind as he runs out the door. Don't worry about him.
Yeah. So Mary flips the blade in her hand and brings it back around. This time asking for guidance from above for the blade to be true. So that adds a token and a 4-2. Doesn't quite hit.
Okay. Not so much this time around.
So Mary,
God damn.
with the same swing that she brought the blade back, she also brings her just good old-fashioned fist towards the face of this grave eater.
Oh man. I sure hope she punches it down into the grave. That'd be awesome.
That's 3-2. She does indeed choke slam the beast back into the shadows where it came from.
Amazing. Perfect.
Yeah. That's another one. And stay dead.
So many ghouls. Just, yeah, so, I mean, that's the hope, right? Again, I think, very simply, Father Mateo is going to leave the room. He's searching for a way out through his home, which has been transformed. I'm going to exit the study. The guest hall says, somehow you've ended up in a completely different part of your home. How did you end up here? Investigator. This is a 1 shroud, 0 clue location, and it says investigators in this location cannot take draw actions. The hall is not what was originally connected to his study. The home seems to be growing and changing. Sort of tunnels and dens have been carved out of the walls, and I'm going to have Mateo head into the bathroom because maybe he's about to upchuck a little faith himself. As you approach the bathroom door, the weight of the putrid, unnatural air causes you to gag. The guest bathroom looks as though it hasn't been cleaned in years, which, excuse me, I've been busy, thank you. A viscous green liquid fills the bathtub in the far corner of the room, and mold grows across the walls. 1 shroud, 2 clues. After you reveal a skull cultist tablet or tentacle, while investigating the bathroom, lose all remaining actions and end your turn. Well, 2 actions, and I think I'll just investigate here and try to get a clue. I think looking through, like, the stench causes Mateo to, gag and have to steady himself, and he covers his mouth and nose and starts to move towards the strange slime in the tub. Is there anything inside? What's the cause of it? I'm going to investigate 4 to 1. A bless token? And a -4, which means I pass. Thanks, bless. Remove a bless, and I'll get a clue. But that's the end of my turn.
But we come to a close, and Mary does remember the stench that came out of Father Mateo's bathroom, and she has never let it go since.
Which, he obviously takes great pains in reminding her that it was, as you remember, it was the putrid kind of like, it was the corruption of that place that had filled the tub. It was nothing sinister. It was nothing to do with me, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes, and that explains the church bathroom as well.
It's the end of the round, so I'm discarding dissonant voices. The voices seem to fade as Mateo ventures ever closer to the tub of goop.
Before we move on from
Yeah.
upkeep, I think Mary, after fighting the creature twice,
Oh,
has
sorry,
been
Crosshair, yeah.
tempting fate a bit.
Oh, God. Well, by punching a creature. You totally had an action left, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. You'd fought twice.
I fought with the blade, then I failed.
Oh,
with
and
the
then you
blade.
punched. That's right. My apologies. Yeah. Okay. Oh, but this is a free trigger window. Yeah. Perfect. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
So-
great. Play it. Yeah. Tempt fate.
Just Mary knows that. Not quite sure, like, how this night will go, or at that moment wasn't.
And you draw a card to replace it. Exactly. Yeah. Which is nice. I think her taking a hardline approach against these beasts, yeah, like you say, is sort of a tempting of fate. Maybe one god wants them to destroy these creatures, but maybe another does not.
Yeah, and she's still struggling with her past life in the military and this new church life, and
Very true. But I've already upkept, so I think you can do so as well, and we'll also put a bless in the, unless you have already.
I think I did.
Oh, okay. Did we put a?
I think I drew the tempt fate with the upkeep.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then did we put a bless in for Mary's ability as well?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So currently there's 7 bless tokens and 4 curse tokens.
Well, that's the hope, Flower. Just bless, curse, bless, curse, bless, curse, tentacle. We go to 3 out of 3 doom on the agenda in advance. As you say, Mary is tempting fate, fighting off these beasts. Mateo is venturing towards some sort of putrid sludge, hoping to find something less terrifying as we advance the agenda. Agenda 1B, a lapse in time. Your house continues to change before your very eyes. The walls have decayed, and the ground in many rooms has turned to dirt. It is almost as if you have been transported somewhere else entirely, although every now and again you recognize elements of your former home. The lead investigator must decide. Either each investigator discards a card at random, or the lead investigator takes 2 horror. And given my various wards of protection and so on, I don't mind taking 2 horror. No issue.
Oh,
I'll do that. I'm absolutely, I feel confident with St. Hubert's Key and St. Hubert's Talisman of Protection and so on.
that would have been fine.
Yeah, I think so too, but, just in case we lose that one thing we need later, and you never know.
Yeah.
Agenda 2A, Rise of the Ghouls. The floor beneath you is giving way, and you see a vast network of tunnels twisting into the darkness below. Shapes and silhouettes of strange creatures move swiftly through the tunnels, trying to find a way up. You probably don't want to be here when they do. 7 doom, and we draw our encounter cards. Mateo shudders to think of what has happened to his home as he hears scuffling from beneath him. Ugh. In the tub. It's like in a classic horror movie, right? As he peers over the edge of the tub, a body floats, pops out of the surface of the viscous liquid, and it is his own. And he screams and sort of stumbles back. This is rotting remains. Test will 3. For each point you fail by, take a horror.
For each point you fail by, upchuck.
Yeah, exactly. 5 to 3. I'm just gonna test this. Yeah. Yep. Good. So I think there's a scream, perhaps, but he's immediately able to regain his composure. It is only the house playing tricks on him, he reasons.
In the study where still Mary is, it's a chill from below. Just as Father Mateo is down below, Mary can feel the floor. A bit more, the ground is covered in ice and frost, and a deep chill courses through the air. Or rather, ice and frost in the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And also, test will 3. For each point you fail by, you must discard 1 card at random. For each card you cannot discard, take 1 damage.
Okay. Well, you have cards, so at least there's that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like...
Mm-hmm.
4 on 3.
Mm-hmm.
You succeeded with it, so...
Yeah, but, I'm not the one tempting fate over here. I mean, I am, but I'm not,
Move a couple of curses from the back here and do it. Yeah, 4 on 3.
Oh.
There's 1.
Oh.
There's Bless.
Paradoxical Covenant.
And -3.
Alright.
So I fail by 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just... everything in balance. So
Exactly.
2 random cards. Alright. Let's hope it's not... It's fine.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, no.
Aw. Oh well.
Classic Crosshair card.
I can't find my... No.
I think if you pull them one at a time, I think for some reason they don't. I wish they did that where they pulled into your hand all together, but...
Yeah. And luckily, even if I'm sad that I lost Delve too deep, fine. I didn't lose the ones I needed.
Yeah, very true. Very true. How many blesses in the bag? 6, eh?
Yeah.
Here's a question, Crosshair. Do we think we might need to play cards?
Not necessarily at the moment.
Not at the moment, okay. I have Mateo has some sort of ability to, charge up and make things a little less expensive to play, not by paying for them, but, the spiritual energy of them. You understand. But, don't know if we're going to... Oh, I could just do it. Maybe I may as well. No, I can't. I understand. Never mind.
Oh.
Cthulhu.
Forgot that you had paradoxical covenant.
We're not at the same location, unfortunately. I was cursing our luck because that's very specifically. This is the
same location. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the because Father Mateo is fighting between his two faiths. He's made a promise, to struggle to find the path between them, if you reveal both a bless and a curse token during the same test, you can exhaust the covenant to automatically succeed. But here you go.
Not today.
Not today. Do you? I mean, I don't know. Do you have a plan? Do you want to go first, or should I?
Mary probably will follow along Father Mateo because she likes to keep him safe. So I guess I'll wait. Could also come in and take that clue because. But then you'll leave.
Yeah, that's at that point. I mean, I don't have to. Like, I'm sure I could find things to play. If that's, and then we would be together at least for the next turn.
Or you do your thing, go to the guest hall, or of course Mary could also go check out the bedroom as well.
Yeah, we need 6 clues in the guest hall, and we have 3 right now, and there's 1 on the board, so the other 2 I guess are probably in the bedroom.
Yeah. So I guess you can go first,
right?
And I'll follow along because I don't have a plan.
Okay, perfect. Well, the first thing I think Father Mateo is going to do here is light a candle. He knows now that the sort of gunk in the tub, the stench, as much as Mary likes to joke about it, is indeed symptomatic of the corruption in this home. Something's happened that has opened up a portal beneath this home to a place where monsters run rampant, and he needs to keep them at bay as much as he can. And will light some candles to do so. And then second action, I'll investigate here. I have 4 intellect, so I'm just going to investigate at 4 to 1. Ooh! Elder Sign. Automatically succeed. So I will take this clue. And then after this test ends, I can take an additional action or draw a card and gain a resource. I think I will take an extra action. Ritual candles. Wink. But I'll use these 2 actions, Crosshair, to move twice. And I'll meet you in the bedroom. I'll meet you in the bedroom, Mary. Gross. A shadow dances across the floor beneath the bedroom door as you approach. Mateo feels more confident holding these candles in hand now, but sees something in the room. The bedsheets are tattered, and a strange symbol is drawn on the fabric. Blood pools at the foot of the closet door, and you can hear something chewing inside. The guest hall is revealed already, Flower. Yeah. No clues. The bedroom is 2 shroud, 2 clues, forced after you fail a skill test while investigating. Discard a card at random from your hand. And that's my turn. I end up here.
Dink, dink. Dink, dink. Father, you have an interesting decor in your bedroom.
Classic. I mean, he's obviously going to make sure to remind Mary that he did not draw the sigil of great evil on his own sheets.
Yeah, and the blood flowing from the closet is also a nice touch. Let me make a mental note that I won't be visiting again.
Okay, well, we might not be visiting again either. Either of us, yeah.
I guess this is a good spot as any to. Yeah, actually. You're fine with health, and we're fine with health, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, clues. Yes, clues.
Oh, yeah, that thing we do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mary will start looking around Father Mateo's bedroom with some disgust, like poking the bedsheets with the blessed blade. And
yeah, I think he's going to try to caution her to sort of keep quiet, and he points towards the door and the blood pooling underneath it.
So 1 against 2 is not great, but it's what I have.
2. You have 2 intellect.
Yeah, 1 against 2.
No, it's a 2. It's a 2 shroud location. Like it's 2 to 2 is what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 to 2 to 2.
2 to 2 to 2. Exactly.
Yeah. 2 to 2. 2 2.
2 2.
Well, let's take 1 horror then.
Candles only work for Mateo, unfortunately. The light doesn't quite reach Mary, I guess.
Yeah, while poking around the bedroom, she sees something underneath the bed covers that she doesn't want to see.
Ugh.
And just keeps
Ugh. Oh no.
military composure and keeps quiet.
Good, very good.
Interesting. I like to think that Mary has that Spock-like, just lifting an eyebrow at things.
That doesn't surprise me. 7 doom, sorry. Upkeep. I was going to say 7 bless tokens, 3 curse tokens. Interesting. Very interesting. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Mythos?
Yeah. Curious night. A lot of things happened and we weren't prepared for any of them.
No, of course. It was the beginning of the end in a lot of ways, that first night, seeing those creatures, knowing now where they came from, and what we have to do. We go to 1 out of 7 doom. Mateo brings the light closer to this door, and naturally, yeah, I knew it. Behind the door to your closet, the creature finishes its meal. Its appetite insatiable, it quickly turns its attention to you. This is a corpse-hungry ghoul that spawns in the bedroom. I drew it. It spawns with me. 4/3/3, which does 2 damage and 2 horror. I think the creature in the closet turns its eyes and they blink once, twice, and then a scream as he, lunges towards Mateo.
And just as Barry turns to look at the commotion well, you probably shouldn't open doors with blood flowing from under them.
Yeah, dude, he had to check.
Oh, great. The Zealot seal. We've seen this before. The creature in the closet also has the same seal, or the same hex. Well, this time I don't have 3 or fewer cards, so its investigator tests skill 2.
Oh, hey, it's my Uber. Who are you? Yeah.
2 to 4. Times 3. 2 cards at random.
In the meantime, I will test as well at 5 to 2. The seal is, again, on this creature. Its back this time carved with this strange sigil. It's a curse token. That's 3 to 2. Let's draw another token. -4. Huge! Fail. I also need to discard 2, Whoa, breeding! Oh, Cthulhu, whoa. Father Mateo has nothing to do with these creatures. Unless they're old parishioners or something. Remove a curse.
Oh, sadly, I lost custom modifications, which would have been nice if I had a gun.
If I had one!
And self-sacrifice, which is bad news for Father Mateo more than anything.
That is true. I think we've got ways of doing it, and I lost my favor of the moon, which, maybe he's not so favored after all. I don't know.
Yeah.
The moon! Yeah, the light goes out as the creature screeches and, rushes Mateo.
how are you for going one more round before probably needing a break?
Yep. Yeah, I'm good for going. Well, are you? I'm good for going one more round before needing a break.
Yeah, there's 2 hours toilet thing.
Just words. Yeah. No, that works. Time to reboot the sky, I guess. Time to reboot the sky. The priest and the nun. Well, she's not a nun yet. Let's try taking this thing down, huh?
Yeah, I don't really have anything except the blade. So.
I've got a Hail Mary, haha, as it were, as it were. So let me give this bad boy a shot here. As the creature leaps towards Mateo, I feel like the candle flickers and almost goes out, and then he also like returns the scream and reaches out to try to block the beast as it comes towards him, and perhaps there is a flash of energy that comes out of his arm, something that he wasn't expecting to be able to control. Now it says spectral razor, this is some sort of ghost blade. I think it's just like a pure shot of energy, maybe leaping from Mateo, maybe leaping from the blessed candles, who knows. I'm adding my will to my combat to fight. It deals +2 damage because the creature's non-elite. Holy smite, baby! If it succeeds, and I'm fighting at 7-4. Yep. Here it comes.
Can't really help.
Oh, all right. That zealot seal really took it out of us, eh? 7-4? Yes, sir. The blast, as Cthulhu suggests, it is indeed sort of that holy energy, that same bright light that glinted off of Mary's blade somehow channels through Father Mateo's arm. He looks down surprised. He didn't know he had this kind of power, as the creature slams back into the closet door and collapses, dead.
I imagine that this whole night is like the Ghostbusters with their first attempt with the proton packs.
Yes, I think that is exactly what this is like. Yeah, 100%. I think now that the creature's been dispatched, we gotta get out of here as quick as we can. Father Mateo's gonna see about maybe trying to get a couple of clues and then moving on.
Yep,
we'll see. I have 4 intellect, and I'm just gonna do the, and I wipe my chin. Very good. Let's do it. 4-2. Success. Clue. This is when you fail a skill test. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. So I'll investigate again. 4-2. See if I can get this last clue. May as well. Ooh. Now, Crosshair. Interesting question.
Go for it.
Is this the time? Because who knows? Maybe we'll never draw another one.
Yeah, it's a good time, I think, because we need that clue. It's like a next step, really. So go for it.
All right.
I'll handle with it when it comes to my turn.
Okay.
Draw that. So
I understand. Thank you. My 8-ball says no. Well, Flower, shake that 8-ball again until it says yes, because we're doing it. Mateo looks down at the creature and sort of examines it and examines his arm. Nothing seems to have changed. And then suddenly the seal begins to rumble and glow, and energy shoots out along the ground, leading back down into the guest hallway. Flower, no, I'm sorry. Oh God, no, we lost one more person on the stream. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna turn this. Sorry, I'm going to cancel this tentacle. And oh, hi, Thelia. Thank you, Thelia. I appreciate it. You try again later, then. Hi, and welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
Hello, or hello.
Hello. Oh, very good. Cancel that token. Treat it as an elder sign, which means since it's my turn, I can choose to take an additional action. or I can draw a card and gain a resource. And I could use this last action to move into the hall, and then if you wanted, you could come and spend the clues to it. Like, we could do that.
I wouldn't.
Not on your turn, you mean?
Yeah, I'd wait on the move, basically, because next turn I can do something.
Okay, I understand. I will... Yeah, I don't have anything to play, so I'll draw a card and gain a resource. Which is still pretty good. But I'll pass the turn to you.
Turn setup. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's good. Yes, Mary, after all this fighting and stuff, she sits on the bed, in that, exhausted way, with legs spread, like, oh God, dear Lord, help me. And from her supplies takes out
Classic.
a thermos.
Classic soup. Well, or whatever it is. We don't know. It seems to be vegetable soup or whatever, but
Yeah, basically a holy water soup of sorts.
ugh, holy
And
soup.
take some, and then
I think it exhausts. Yeah. Oh man.
oh, right. Well,
Is it holy water from Jerusalem? Yes, with some excellent local minestrone thrown in.
also, it's you don't need a holy water to be 100% holy water. You can use parts of holy water to make a full gallon of holy water. So
You can build it exactly. You can sort of build it back up. Saren, hi. Get your 8-ball checked or don't. Infinity sounds pretty good to me. Welcome to Doomed. I'm joined today by the Crosshair.
So basically, you could have moved also. So I forgot about the exhaust thing. But,
Well, shit. It is what it is.
yes, I could move then.
Yeah, because we both need to be there next turn, right? To be able to spend all the clues.
Yeah. Okay. I just grabs her soup and walks down the stairs, like just mumbling or something about.
There's like a thin beam of light that's running off the sigil on the corpse of the ghoul down the hall and out, and I think, Mary might potentially follow it as well into the guest hall, see where it leads. As we move on to upkeep.
Yeah, I think so. Upkeep and then a quick break.
Yeah, I need some more water as well. We add a bless. Beautiful. And we upkeep. Whoop. I'll take that. That's fine by me.
Oh, that's quite fitting thematically also. So,
Is it another thermos? Is it a gun in your thermos?
not today.
I'm kidding. Not today. We're not done here on Doomed. We've still got a little bit more of Mateo and Mary's first adventure to find out how they got to where they are today. But we're going to be right back on Doomed. We're just going to take 5 minutes. Go get some water. Hydrate! ! Hang on. That actually costs points, so you don't. I'll do it for myself. Water time! Hydrate yourselves now! Okay? See you all back in a second. Bye. All right. Settle down back there. I want to read this joke, too. Here's a priest joke. A priest, a pastor, and a rabbit all walk into the bar. Bartender says, "What's your blood type?" The rabbit says, "I'm a typo." Hi, Crosshair.
Boo.
Welcome back. Boo! Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Doomed. We are, of course, revisiting the very beginning. Father Mateo and Sister Bloody Mary are revisiting the beginnings of their journey towards where they find themselves now at the Church of St. Hubert on Doomed, and I'm joined by the Crosshair.
Hello.
Hello.
Here's a joke for you.
Ooh.
I figured, what would a nun have in her thermos?
I always like to try to guess these. None. Gin and rosary water. No, I don't know. Go ahead. What?
Whole leek soup.
Whole leek soup. That's pretty good, actually. I love it. Excellent.
Anyway,
we're back. Okay, good. So Mary has ventured off in search of where this bright light is leading as Mateo struggles with the fact that he might have magic powers. He'll come to join in a moment as we go to 2 out of 7 Doom. And we draw some encounter cards. Mateo in the bedroom. Can he get away? Rotting remains. Oh no. This is, of course, as Mateo turns to leave the bedroom, he sees on the bed the ghostly form once again of himself. Rotted away, mouth contorted in terror, and he screams and stumbles back. Let's test it. 5 to 3. A skull, which is -0. Yes, because there's 0 ghouls at my location, and I get +1 skill value for some reason, but that's okay. He's able to realize again the house is playing tricks on him. He's about to run out of the bedroom.
And in the questionable guest hall, there's an obscuring thug.
Fug. Very good. Very nice.
A misty fog is emanating from somewhere in the walls, making things a little bit harder to see. And that location gets +2 shroud.
I mean, unless we drop clues there by accident or something. Whoa! Just drop them there. Oh man, Saren, you and Flower go and fight. Do your pun war in the back. Thelia and Crosshair and I will look at the art and go, ooh, creepy. Nice. I love this.
Do you have a dinosaur skeleton in your house, I wonder?
Yeah, it's a good question. How did a priest get a dinosaur skeleton anyway? And we move back to the investigation phase. I suppose I should step into the guest hall and then we spend our clues in advance and see where we're at?
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Mateo follows the strange kind of light leading from the sigil out into the hall where Mary is standing ankle deep in. Oh, a very nice thong. It is pretty, isn't it, Thelia? Oh, creepy was my face, I see. We will bone it out back in the corner. Flower. Love it. Yes, sorry, Crosshair. Yes, we're going to spend our clues and advance. Whee! The light leads up to the wall, I imagine. Let's see what it does. Act 1B, breaking the wall. The layout of your home is vastly different from its usual structure. Somehow your guest hall seems to have looped around on itself and you're stuck with no way to enter the main hallway near the front of the house. You notice that the wall between the guest bedroom and the bathroom is rotted and stained with what appears to be old blood. With no other way to proceed, you have no choice but to bust through the weak, rotted wall. Put into play the set-aside hole-in-the-wall location.
And we are not going to mention anything about the bathroom having a hole in the wall.
No, we're not even going to mention it in passing because that would just be gross.
Yeah.
You choose an investigator in the guest hall. The chosen investigator immediately moves into the hole in the wall and reveals it. Then they must test Will 4. For each point they fail by, discard a random card from their hand. I can throw myself into there.
Me too.
I need this like I need a hole in my wall.
They're both basically as good, but I only have 2 cards and I wouldn't want to lose one of them.
Aha! Well, then I don't mind in the slightest trying this one. I think, yeah, so busting through this weakened section of the wall, Mateo stumbles and finds himself move to the hole in the wall and reveal it. The walls of your house are splattered with mud, and your hardwood floor is gone, replaced with a dirt path. After you reveal this location, put the set-aside attic, cellar, and parlor locations into play. The attic and the cellar are already there because there were different versions we had to choose. They're now all connected. And before I read any of them out loud, I should say, I'm going to test Will 4. I'm going to commit guts because I'm gutsy. Mateo smashes through, sort of again surprising himself with his own strength, finding himself in a part of that main hallway with mud and dirt, and again somehow his home has been changed, much like the tunnels that seem to run beneath it. I'm going to test at 7 to 4. A curse? Another curse? You know what happens if I get a bless here, Crosshair?
Yeah.
Huh? Ah, shit. Now here's a question. Did ritual candles get an update as well? I should just check, because I don't have the new version. Because that would be pretty good.
Oh yeah, if it does, then it means
there's
that.
a way of like latest taboo. This card now reads a symbol instead of the list of indicated symbols.
Okay, so you pass.
So I pass because I'm 3 up. I get -4 but +1 to succeed. Great. I do remove both the curses, and I'll draw a card with guts. What did I just say? Remove both curses. Yes. Now I will keep reading. Okay, no, that's fine. So the hallway leads up to the attic. The smell of rotten meat assaults your nostrils as you approach the attic stairs. Leads down to the cellar. The stairs leading down to your cellar are slick, and they glisten with a thin layer of ice. And the entrance to the parlor is blocked by a darkly glowing, unfathomable barrier. You cannot move into the parlor. You're unsure what would happen if you tried to cross the threshold of the strange barrier, but based on its extreme heat, you sure as hell don't want to try.
Language.
Act 2A, the barrier. A glowing barrier blocks the path to your parlor. As you move toward it, intense heat forces you to back away. Picking up a handful of dirt, you toss it at the barrier and watch in horror as the dirt incinerates. Perhaps there's something in the cellar or attic that can help. The objective here is when the round ends, so after upkeep but before mythos, investigators in the hallway may, as a group, spend 6 clues to advance. So we're still looking for the same thing, but we need more clues.
Some more.
Yeah. Maybe we should take this slow. Oh, you guys. Oh, get it. Oh, you two. Keep punning, you two. Now, Crosshair, I still have a couple actions left. Should I go up or down? This is you know what I mean? What should I do?
Well, either kind of works. Like, Mary has dealt with Father Mateo's smells before, so...
Unfucking believable. His smells! I love it. Okay.
Should we split up, basically?
Yeah, this is the question. Oh, Thelia says go south, and I'm feeling what Thelia says here. Thelia, I would also love to go somewhere warm, somewhere south, like not like Antarctica south, not like the tip of Chile, but like, somewhere near the equator. I do like winter, Crosshair, as you're well aware, but just to switch it up. Yeah. Mateo is going to venture down To a warmer shore. I don't know why I say everything with like a wink when you say it, Thelia. I'm always like, it's funny. Oh, damn. Flower, what kind of 8-ball do you have? That's wild. Mateo's going to move down to the cellar. The stairs are slick with ice. Your cellar seems to have been replaced by an underground network of icy tunnels and caverns. The cold chills you to the core. 4 shroud, 4 clues. After you enter the cellar, take a damage. Ow, because you fall down the stairs, probably. Bonk.
I'm fall.
Everyone's 8-balls are so wild. Right, there you go, Thelia. Your new house is clean, Thelia. Don't forget. A clean house is a clean mind, which means go and dirty your house up. I think Father Mateo kind of slips a little bit and manages to catch himself. The cellar that was beneath the house, which used to store casks of oaked wine for the church, it's consecrated wine.
Mm-hmm.
It's for Jesus. Don't worry about it. Has been changed now. Where there used to be wine barrels are now mounds of bones. Some animal, some human, some unrecognizable. I am going to... Thanks, Crosshare. I'm going to spend 2 resources here, and I'm going to read the signs. Which is seems to be sort of a... Nice, Flower. Now that's what I'm talking about. Father Mateo is going to try to channel the energy he knows is inside of him into this room to see what he can find. I am investigating at... I'm adding my willpower, so I'm at 9 to 4. Discover a couple clues. Yeah, that seems good.
And of course,
blessed vinegar. Yeah.
Of course, Father Mateo didn't tell Mary about this. A grisly future is laid before you. Do you turn away or do you embrace it?
Well, no, of course not. In that moment, I think things flash through his mind, and he can see some more of those monsters from earlier, further down the tunnels. But yeah, no, he would keep that to himself. That's the end of my turn.
The more important question is, if Jesus made wine, and the wine of the church is Jesus' blood, is church blood vegan?
Now that is actually a good question. That is a great question, actually, because now, I mean, we won't have a whole religious philosophy class, but in Catholicism, the belief is that it's not a metaphor. The priest literally changes the properties of wine to make it the blood of Jesus, which,
yeah,
I mean, he gave it willingly, so no harm came to a human, but obviously a lot of harm came to a human, so I don't know.
But also veganism means no animal products, and do we think people are animals?
Well, is the son of God an animal specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. Whoa, Thelia. No, what? Whoa, nobody said that. Nobody insinuated there was a secret cabal. No one insinuated that Catholics are all vampires. I didn't blink twice if you're in trouble. Okay, I'll pass the turn to you, Crosshair. It's a good question, though.
Yeah, Mary will follow the sounds of Father Mateo slipping and falling down the stairs.
Ah! Thump.
And calls out like, "Are you fine down there?"
Ah!
And heads upstairs.
Oh, sure.
It's gonna be fine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ugh, this smells like Father Mateo's bathroom.
For fuck's sake. I'll allow it.
After you enter the attic, take 1 horror, of course.
Sure.
The bloody carcass of a malformed beast swings from a meat hook chained to the ceiling. Blood drains slowly from the carcass, dripping into a small barrel. So that's how you make the wine.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god. No one did. No, this is... Father Mateo is adamant that he was doing everything by the book. The world changed around him. His home changed around him. He wasn't doing any of these horrible things.
There's a questionable doubt in Mary's mind about Father Mateo after that first night, but...
Well, hopefully they became closer after this, because my god.
So, a once route for clue location, which it means that we did this quite right.
Yeah,
Or
phew.
better at the-
It's not bad, eh?
Okay, so take one horror.
Ooh.
One action left. Resources, so... I guess I'll try 1 against 2.
Father Tomato! Sorry. Very good, Flower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Why
yeah.
not?
I'd say so. Why not, right? Oh no.
And that's a pass.
Hooray! Oh, they have victory on them as well. Ooh, delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sweet, sweet victory.
That's me.
All right. And that means we move on to upkeep. Gotta start drawing some of them bless tokens.
Huh.
Yes.
Huh.
Interesting questions. Bob from VeggieTales. I wouldn't be surprised, Sarah, and I wouldn't be surprised.
It always... because I'm not involved in the chat as much as I am usually when watching streams, it's interesting to see where the chat goes
Yeah,
as a streamer.
this is very true. And what wild ideas will grip their minds.
Father Tomato today, it seems.
Yep. Well, that's fine by me. We go to 3 out of 7 Doom. The scuffling, very true, Thelia. I mean, on Tuesdays, I feel like it's a little different than on Saturdays, but maybe that's just me. Am I out of music again? Sorry, Crosshair, I'll be right with you. No, we're okay. Okay. We go to 3 out of 7 Doom. Mateo in the cellar, trying desperately to look for something that could help him cross the barrier into the parlor. Sister Mary upstairs in the attic, doing the same. And what are they confronted by? Oh, that's actually kind of bad. This is... there's... from down the hall, as Mateo kind of tries to attune himself to the energy down here, fog pours out from one of the tunnels and starts to mask everything, creeping up around his nose and mouth, choking him.
Father Mateo tried to grab some clues, but he missed.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, this is quite thematic.
Sure, yeah.
There's rotting remains hanging from the
everywhere.
ceiling. Yes, I know.
Yes, it's
Because
horrifying, I know. I'll be with
Over
you
the
both in the
barrel.
chat in a second, folks.
It took a while for Mary to realize that it's a rotting corpse hanging from the ceiling.
And not just a big slab of beef, like, come on. I don't know, it catches up with her, maybe.
Will 3. Yeah, I have nothing. 3.
Well, there you go, then.
4 to 3, actually.
Yeah.
Always forget that I'm not playing an investigator that has no brains.
That's it. No, these mystical religious types tend to have sort of strong wills, right? Convictions.
Maybe one of the place tokens? No? Okay.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna check the bag. Nope. There's literally 9 of 10 in there. It's wild.
1 horror.
Okay.
Because obviously Mary hasn't seen her fair share of dead bodies or anything.
Clearly not. I just want to get back and address the chat here. usually a little more laid back chat-wise. It's a good point, Thelia. And Flower, please continue to pun around. I'll just give you a quick recap here. After busting through the wall into another hallway, Father Mateo and Sister Mary, Bloody Mary, my apologies, are searching for a way to get through this strange glowing barrier into their parlor, which leads out the front of the building to get out. Mechanically, we need 6 clues, and we need to spend them in the hallway when the round ends, so we can't just do it whenever we want. But we're well on our way.
Yeah, we should make it before the agenda rolls over.
Yeah, probably, right?
No, but before we do, let's wait. What point of time are we in?
We're just starting our investigation phase because we you hit those rotting remains. Hey, Thelia, I'm a Sagittarius. Well, I guess I knew when your birthday was, so yeah, that makes sense.
Of course, Thely's a Scorpio because we Scorpios rule and all that, but...
Yeah! That's what I like to hear.
Oh, right, you're a Scorpio too. No, yes.
Sagittarius. No. Sagittarius. Just off. Just the next one over. No. You guys are allowed to rule. I can rule too.
Yeah. I do believe Lamyra was Scorpio also, but... Which would make sense.
That does actually sound right. Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but that sounds correct. And also, as we are well aware, even though I've seen Thelia and Crosshair and Lamyra in the chat all at the same time, I'm still convinced you're all the same person.
Oh yeah, my birthday is... So I
ain't quite... Right. Fish, person, splish, splash, represent, Magikarp is the best Pokemon, change my mind.
Right. I'd say it's Scorch Bunny, but it's a rabbit, so...
Yeah, blech, gross.
It's gonna be... sorry. Of course. Anyway.
Yep. I would love to get both of these clues here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that because it's 6 Shroud currently.
Oh yeah, I do have a. If you need time to think.
Yeah. I say you go for it.
Yeah, in the rotting smell and dripping blood of the attic.
Gross, but fair.
Mary just gathers her thoughts for a moment. Grab a resource.
Okay. Resource. Yeah.
Then takes a moment to calm her mind and remember what one of her fellow nuns, Olive, was it McBride?
Yeah.
Olive Bride, yeah, told her, and just takes a moment to center herself.
Very nice.
And then takes another look around the attic to see what she can find. So, clairvoyance. Spend charge, investigate using your mind.
Instead of your mind.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And discover an additional clue. If a positive sign is revealed. Not sure if this was also...
No, this one I know hasn't changed. I was pretty tuned into the changes of late.
Yeah.
So it doesn't include bless, weirdly, but it's fine.
It's okay because we don't draw bless tokens here.
Clearly, we just put them in the bag and we do nothing else. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm gonna investigate with 4 against 1. That should be... I say that should be fine.
Well, you never know, right? Oh.
That's fine.
Yes.
And I get an additional clue.
And a horror from the... from apparently, I guess, seeing the future and it's good? I don't know. It doesn't really make sense to me.
No, I don't take a horror.
Oh.
If the... Oh, 0 token. Yeah, true.
All them good ones, right?
Yeah. soup. So I'm at 5 to 9, which is fine. I have soup.
Yum, yum, yum.
I'm gonna make a t-shirt that says, I'm fine, I have soup.
And no one will know it's an Arkham reference. But that's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you'll have the picture of the thermos. And people will know.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All right, well, that's...
Yeah. Barry just investigates with a clearer mind.
Very nice. Yeah. I'm thinking... Does this feel right? I'm thinking I might try to get both of these clues at once as well. Oh, no, I can't. That's too bad. It's a good question, Flower. I don't think you can.
No.
You theoretically could, because you could have multiple additional arcane slots and then multiple eyes. Maybe your third eye is also chaotic?
But the Eye of Chaos is clearly the left eye, so...
Yes, right, that's a good point, so we'd be in trouble otherwise. Okay. I'm just... sorry, I was thinking I was hoping to do everything all in one go, but it is what it is. I will...
Yeah, I need a turn anyway.
Yeah, there you go. I'll take a resource. I'll spend all my resources to play Eye of Chaos. So, I think Father Mateo here, as the fog rolls up and begins to choke him, that this is the moment, he tells Mary, this is the moment where he had to come face to face with the struggle between his two parts of his faith, and realize that the energy inside... Thelia! Left eye, right eye, third eye, brown eye. Gross. Is that like one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish? This is where he had to come face to face with the part of himself that has this energy, this ability to, see through the promises of his faith and the reality of the world around him. Last action, I'm going to investigate with the Eye of Chaos, which of course is this sort of power to sort of spy what needs to be found, look into the future. I'm investigating using Brain. So I have 5 versus the 6 shroud of this location, but I'll promise some power to myself as well. This is... it does, doesn't it? There's even a little skull in it? It's pretty bad, Thelia. Oof. Father Mateo is just praying that if he can just get through this, if he can get through to the parlor, if he can get out, that he'll be able to solve the world's problems. So this takes me to 9 to 6. No, you usually use your intellect, Flower. Now I'm using my willpower, this sheer force of mental fortitude. Just don't worry about it. This is 9 to 6. All right. Good. If you succeed, discover an additional clue at this location. As the fog parts, Mateo spies some ice that he thinks, well, if I get sufficient amounts of ice, maybe we can cool the barrier enough to pass through it. Yeah, that's what he thinks.
And that's...
Oh, that's it, yeah. Okay, I was like,
Let's just add one more blessing there.
Perfect.
Just so we have...
Yeah, that is it for blessed tokens. We can't take any more until we get clear some out. As we upkeep and as Mary's blessed nature kind of scores us a bit more time, we go to 4 out of 7 doom. Mateo starts gathering ice and snow from down here and looks back towards the door. Its dreadful mask conceals the true horror beneath. This is another ghoul. I think coming down the stairs is a person dressed in robes, who Mateo takes to be Mary, but when he does a double take, this creature is much too tall, much too gaunt, and as the mask comes off, a beast's face is revealed. While engaged with an investigator with no cards in hand, they cannot be evaded.
My,
3
what big teeth you. Holy shit, you look ugly.
Oh my god! Yeah, exactly.
And up in the attic, the dissonant voices finally reach Mary.
Ugh.
Annoying.
It is, but you know, it's not like the worst, I guess.
Yeah. Not too bad. Just the sounds of the house creaking and the squeals of who knows what in the walls fills the attic.
You are ugly mother beep. Yep. And exactly, Crosshair. This creaking, screaming sounds. Who knows what they are? As we move into the investigation phase. Yep. What are we going to do, my friend?
Hell, I know I'm gonna get the clue.
Yeah, good. Great. And then I'll meet you back in, Hey, that's a Pyrozerans just...
If you survive, that is, but I might take some soup also.
Okay. I'm feeling confident about my chances of survival.
Yeah. Clue, soup, move.
Done. Boom.
Yeah.
Awesome. Clue, soup,
Yeah.
move.
That's about it. Like,
Exactly,
if I
Saren.
want to succeed, I should use the clairvoyance. Even if I don't get another clue, but...
Still, it's still a better chance of seeing what you need to see before coming down from upstairs.
Yeah. Let's do that. I'll just try. Clairvoyance. Just trying to clear this mess upstairs. There's 10 pesos in the bag, so...
Great. Yeah. Hey, you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
It's also not a horror, so that's good.
That's also good. Agreed.
And some light soup.
Light soup. Love
Let's
that.
not throw away the whole thermos. And move down back, like... There's Father Mateo, he should be here by now.
There's clanging and screaming down from this basement, but Father Mateo should be running up very, very shortly. Is that, Thelia, is that the character Vincent D'Onofrio plays, like that bug alien who, you know, goes into the body of the exterminator? And I truly believe it's his greatest work of all time. He's so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Men in Black.
Yeah, Men in Black. Sorry, yes, Crosshair, yeah. Okay, first things first. Mateo is going to attempt to evade the acolyte. The person, the thing coming down the stairs wears robes like a person, but it has a face like a monster. I'm just going to try to evade 3 to 2. That's what I'm going to try to do, Crosshair, and then don't worry, I still have a plan. 3 to 2. Oh, a bless. That's nice, right? And a 0.
As well use them.
Yeah, I suppose at this point, eh? Well, now you get to put one back in the bag later. Mateo rushes up from the basement. He sort of points back towards the stairs and he gasps out like, "Creature, horrible!" And but he's holding what appears to be an armful of ice. The face of an angel. I am going to take a resource? I can't believe it. Just to wait out the turn here. Yeah. That's me. I think as they look at the parlor and try to figure out how they could find their way inside.
And went around and end soon.
Yeah, we will upkeep first, and then we will, like you say, yeah, put that 10th blessed token back in, and we'll upkeep. Oh, baby. That's nice. Yes?
Before we move in, I'm gonna play a fast card.
Yep.
And Cthulhu might like this, but
Classic Cthulhu.
the talisman of protection that Mary has is also well maintained.
Amazing.
This is just disgusting, but
Yeah, after attached asset is discarded, return it to its owner's hand.
yep. And talisman of protection is fast, so
Are you insinuating that this, like St. Hubert's ward, like the ward of St. Hubert's Church, that it's like Mary like polishes it every day, or like how does that work, do you think?
it's basically like the first thing that she had when she came to the church, and it's like her keepsake.
Oh yeah.
So she's been keeping it in top shape
Okay. And she
while making another one for Father Mateo.
which I appreciate. I was going to say, yeah, making another one for Father Mateo, which is quite nice. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I think it was some older nun who has since passed, who gave her the talisman of protection for future things, and told her things about the future that she might not have believed at the moment.
But perhaps they've all come to pass since then.
Especially during this night.
Yeah. All right, Thelia says, I'm trying not to be perverted, but if you say Sister Mary polishes it every day again, I can't make any promises. All right, Thelia. Understood.
But at least Sister Mary polishes her talisman, not the blade.
Right. She doesn't polish Father Mateo's blessed blade every day. Sometimes it needs polishing, and she might help with that process.
You don't have to be clairvoyant to see where this is going.
We will spend 6 clues, and before at the end of the round, we'll advance. I guess 3 each. Is that? I don't know. Does it matter?
It's good.
And we'll advance the act. Act 2B, breaking the barrier. Using the barrel from the attic, you carry ice and snow from the cellar and hurl it at the barrier. The barrier sparks and shudders as it consumes the ice, then hisses and fades out of existence. The barrier blocking passage into the parlor has vanished. Reveal the parlor. Whoa. Oh my god, there's just corpses in there. The parlor is a 2-shroud 0-clue location that says action resign. This is too much for me! You run out the front door fleeing in panic. When Lita... that has something to do with Lita Chantler. Action parlay, test intellect 4. If you succeed, take control of Lita Chantler. The act still says, put the set-aside Lita Chantler into play in the parlor. Oh, guys. Oh, those pipe-like organs. You. Spawn the set-aside Ghoul Priest in the hallway.
Oh, yay.
We'll look at that momentarily. I'm just going to read Act 3A first. What have you done? A woman with a torch stands in your parlor, a glimmer of hatred in her eyes. What have you done to my barrier? She screams, furious. Before you can answer, a ghastly wail sounds behind you, and a creature wearing robes and a deer skull mask tears through the wall, advancing towards you. The objective is, if the Ghoul Priest is defeated, advance. So, let's see here. Okay, Lita is an ally. 3 health, 3 sanity, takes out the ally slot. She says, while you control Lita Chantler, she gains... Each investigator at your location gains +1 combat, because she's a badass. Reaction, when an investigator at your location successfully attacks a monster enemy, it deals +1 damage. She's currently in the parlor. The parlor has an action to parlay to try to get her on our side. The ghoul priest, however, a figure in red robes wearing a bone mask, it gibbers and snarls before leaping to attack. Victory 2, 4 combat, 10 health, 4 evade. It preys on the highest combat, and it's a hunter with retaliate.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. That's me. What's your combat?
More. Of course.
I would love that. Flower, a holy hand grenade would be very useful here, I think.
Since we are going to the Edgar route, I imagine this ghoul priest just walking out of the hallway. Have you seen a cat? It means the world to me. I'd like to have it back.
Oh, God.
Lest I attack.
Ugh. It is horrible and horrifying.
And 10 health, yeah.
And 10 health, yeah, exactly. And defeat to advance. But Lita does allow us to deal extra damage to monsters, which it is one.
If we can get her.
If we can get her, so the hope is that we can. And I already read 3A, what have you done? So, it's the mythos phase now. This is always good. 5 out of 7 doom. And we draw encounter cards as Mateo and I guess probably Mary watch as this shambling creature, smashes through the wall and howls as it comes towards them. Mateo is looking at the woman who's in his parlor. Like, did she also kind of just appear here when all the changes happened, or has she been here forever? Ah, classic. Well, sure. The beast that comes through the wall is naturally hastening on the doom of at least this place, if not the entire world. Place of doom on the current agenda. Boop, 6 out of 7. Not 7 yet.
You have one after that, luckily.
Exactly.
Unless
you draw one too, obviously, that would be, that's a...
I
shouldn't have said that, but,
Mary is preparing her play to just take on this ghoul priest. Like, well, this is what I was made to do.
I mean, I don't know why I said it, but, I guess that's appropriate, I suppose.
Yeah. Well...
Well,
Fortress 2 stir against you. Let's just add another doom in advance.
Sounds good. Thelia, you are of course correct. The sister is indeed preparing to take on a priest. What do you think that looks like, maybe? What kind of taking on? Let's look at Agenda 2B, the tunnels below. A feral beast, roughly humanoid with a canine cast and hooves for feet, tears through the ground in front of you. Below the door, you can see vast tunnels beneath your house. Fiendish howling echoes from deep within the underground caverns. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a ghoul is discarded. The lead investigator draws that enemy. Oh, there's one.
Oh, yay.
Although it says spawn attic, so I will spawn it in the attic. Oh, God. The flesh eater that I guess was there the whole time. Sweet Jesus. I hear you, Thelia. Agenda 3A, they're getting out. You hear a crazed howl outside, and suddenly all the creatures turn their attention to that sound. They rush to escape the house, breaking down doors and clawing at everything in their way. At the end of the enemy phase, each unengaged ghoul enemy moves one location towards the parlor. So unengaged ghouls are running towards the parlor, but they still engage normally. forced, at the end of the round, place one doom on this agenda for each ghoul in the hallway or parlor. All right, so they're charging us, and they're going to start... It's going to get really bad really fast.
Well, the good news is that the Blessed Blade, I don't have to exhaust it because we already have 10 blessed tokens in the bag.
I mean, that is good news in a manner of speaking. That's a good point. There we go. I mean, as the creature in red robes kind of like shambles, strides, slithers towards Mary. I mean, do you want to start? My plan, Crosshair, is to try to go and get Lita, bring her back and beat down this priest guy.
Yeah, I have an idea. It's quite funnily thematic, but the acolyte of Uminteth is gonna come up also.
Yes, at the end of the enemy phase. They don't hunt, but at the end of the enemy phase, they will move towards the parlor. Jimmy Saunders? Yeah. Very good,
and
guys.
They'll both add a doom.
Yes, correct. Correct. Yeah. Hey, if you have a plan, I say you act on that plan. I'm into it. Strolls.
Yeah,
they're all so casual. Look at this thing. This is not a thing that skips, shuffles, or strolls.
Meanders, maybe.
Meanders, yeah. Segways.
Skittles.
Yep. Hop.
Did we want to try and finish this, or did we want to take a refill moment?
I'm good for right now, but I leave it to you if you need a moment to do so. I'm totally good either way.
Yeah, like think what I'm gonna do, but
yeah, no. Well, then let's take a quick break as we think about what we're going to do in terms of all these beasts that are trying to get out of our home. Maybe we can defeat them. Maybe these ghouls will lead Mateo and Mary on to their destinies. We're gonna find out next on Doom. Finish him. See you in a sec. Back in a sec. Yeah, we'll see in a sec. I'm gonna return, even if Crosshair's not yet back, because I desperately want to read the chat here. Y'all in the chat, loving it. You're on fire today. Huge fan. Somersault, slides, sharts, and wiggles. Keeping people in your home against their will is probably kidnapping. Flower, what if they're not people? What if they are ghouls? Monsters? Spoilers ahead. Not spoilers per se, but I'm gonna just make a prediction here. I think this is the... Still kidnapping! Ghoul napping! I'm gonna make a prediction here. I'm gonna predict that Mateo and Mary's run-in with these creatures beneath their home is what is going... It is the impetus, the impulse that leads to where they are now, defending St. Hubert's Church against hordes of monsters. But what are they? Snuggles was your cat's name? That's so cute. Oh my god. And Saren, I'm just going to jump in on Saren's point here as well, because I think that's hilarious. I also worked in a kitchen at like a professional, like a restaurant kitchen. And yeah, when you hold a knife and you're walking, you're supposed to yell sharp. I think the classic thing here, and I will tell you, there's no quicker way to know if someone works in a restaurant. I was working with someone on a set. It was not a restaurant related thing. But as she was walking to another room, she just totally out of habit yelled corner, going around the corner, which was amazing. She wasn't holding anything hot or whatever. Oh, hi, Crosshair. Hello, hi, welcome back.
Yes, hello. Also, behind.
Yep, 100%. Oh,
I've also worked in a kitchen.
Ah, everybody knows then. Love that. I mean, it is, look, you know, we've all either seen or imagined horrible things that can happen in a kitchen when you don't tell someone you're right behind them. So yeah, hot. Yeah, there you go. Weirdly enough, Thelia still yells that all the time at home. I don't know what that's about.
And a couple of times I heard "fuck" also, but
that's weird. That doesn't. What do you think that was about?
Usually, it followed with a clanging of some sort.
Ah, yes. Definitely a moment I still relive in my nightmares, because when I was working in a kitchen, I was like doing dishwashing and food prep. I wasn't doing anything fancy. But I do remember one night, it was just me and a chef who was there, and I went to put something away, and, you know, I was a teenager. I obviously fucked it up. I put something away and watched as a whole stack of bowls kind of fell down on the floor. I just watched them all come tumbling down. And I just hear this huge, heavy sigh from behind me as the chef's like, I guess we'll both clean this up. It was great. It was tragic, really.
Right then.
Yes, we are back, Crosshair, yes. So, we're back around. We drew 2 ancient evils, and we advanced the agenda. And Mary's got a plan and a blade and a huge, horrible monster, while Mateo runs off to get help. Classic.
Yeah.
Next time I'm going to play someone with a gun.
Right ahead. I do have my next investigator already, and she doesn't have a gun.
Does she have a knife?
No.
Does
no
she
weapons.
have, what else could
a
you use
big
a weapon? I was going to say a pipe? I don't know. Slip slops. Gross. Anyway.
So, if I may...
Yes, please, please, please. It's all you.
Mary notices this cool priest and possibly out of old instinct just grabs it by the collar and pushes it
Oh my god.
the parlor. So they both go stumbling into the parlor, and I will take 2 damage.
Oh my god. Crosshair, god damn. Wild. I mean, I guess these St. Hubert's wards of protection are going to help, but...
Yeah, and also she hears stumbling from upstairs and downstairs, and this is not a good place to be.
Smart move.
And they're giving a polite nod to Lita, like, hello, excuse me.
Oh, hello, don't worry about me. This is the woman who's like, what did you do to my barrier? But we don't know why she's here, what she's doing.
Mary will take her blade and go to town on this.
Yeah, go to town. Go to town. Just to be clear as well, yeah, it's just shining, just polishing a blade. To be clear, Thelia, I was winking as well with the in target.
Yeah, while pushing this priest into the room and against the wall behind, at the opposite end, she takes out her blade and tries to stab it basically anywhere.
Thank you, Saren. Oh, good, Thelia, just checking.
Right, so it's 4-on-4 basically.
Yes, I suppose it is.
And that'll have to be it. Now would be a good time to pull some of those bless tokens.
I'd say, yeah. Especially it's got retaliate and stuff. Oh my god, it's brutal. Oh, a bless. Okay.
And a -1. That's a success.
Perfect.
So the blade sinks into the ghoul priest robes, and it does scream a bit.
As you do. I'll remove the bless.
Yeah. And doesn't really faze Mary as she brings the blade out and stabs the priest again.
Oh my god.
In that way, like stab.
Right, just... Yeah. What do you think he said, Ophelia? Oh my god.
We do not accept uninvited guests in her home.
Ah! Come on, don't. Don't.
Bless?
2 blesses! Oh! 1 more bless! Excuse me.
Let's see. It's 4 against 4. Yeah. -2 -1. That's a fail.
Understood, Ophelia.
Oh, there goes the curse.
Yeah.
But I do take 2 damage. Yeah, I take 2 damage and 2 horror
Boy,
because it has
yeah, you're not wrong. Oh god.
Which takes me to, I don't know, other way. Do 5 damage, but Talisman of Protection hits.
Okay. Yeah. Which does, I'm just trying to remember what it says exactly. When you are assigned damage that would defeat you, you discard it to cancel up to 2 of that damage. And or horror.
I have to check. If something says you ignore that aspect of the effect, does that mean the whole attack of an enemy?
I think so.
Yeah, if I did not. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway.
Oh, like if for example it says like cancel the damage or the horror, you ignore that aspect would be either the damage or the horror, but not both. I don't think it's the whole attack. If we're thinking of the same thing.
Yeah,
it might be.
yeah. Because that would mean that next time. I can still survive that, basically. Yeah.
Oh, the lever crunk.
The Talisman of Protection triggers.
Okay.
Cancel up to 2 of that damage or horror. And it goes back to my hand. So if I cancel 1 damage and 1 horror.
Okay.
And then as a fast action, I play the Talisman of Protection.
Obviously, it's after it's discarded, return it along with each other upgrade. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. There's, yeah. I'm imagining this ward kind of like, I don't know, glows and shatters, but reforms or something. I don't know. Like, how does it defend against a big blow like this?
Yeah, it basically like it's not your time yet, and explodes in a blinding light that kind of distracts the attack for a moment.
Okay. Let's go ahead and move in. I think Father Mateo's going to run in after, and the woman who is here, you know, he does not recognize this woman, but he's like clearly call me romantic. Reading. He, you know, he doesn't know who this woman is, but clearly she is here to defeat the evil that has possessed this house as well. Come with us, defeat this creature. We can do this together. Excuse me, I'm going to try to parlay to take control of Lita Chantler. I'm going to try. I have to test intellect 4. I have 4 intellect. And I'll commit a book and a wild. Sure. To go 6 to 4. That seems okay, right?
What did you need?
Book.
Book. I'll throw
Hey! Look at that.
I have chaos.
Well. Don't we all just have chaotic eyes? So I'm a 7 to 4. And thank you so much, Crosshair. Thank you so much. Exactly, Flower. We're not... Look, Flower, just to be clear, we're not taking agency away. Mateo is trying to use his force of will to persuade her that she wants the same things he does, which is, well, that they do, which is to defeat the creature that is about to eat all of them. Okay, so I took control of Lita Chandler. Each investigator at your location gets +1 combat, which is just a straight buff. So that's everybody. And when someone attacks a monster enemy, it deals +1 damage.
Yeah.
Now, should I take the priest off of you or not? It's a good point.
You can take another hit. I would have to use my talisman of protection to survive the next hit.
Yeah.
So basically I could survive it, but also if you take the enemy, I can use the thermos to heal up.
That's right.
And then I'm ready to take it back.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know how we're going to deal like 8 damage or whatever, but I guess we'll just have to figure it out. Won't we?
Like we always do.
Exactly.
Blind luck.
Yeah, blind luck. So then Mateo, Lita, or the woman, I should say, nods firmly and then thrusts her torch towards the creature and waves it, getting its attention as it charges towards them. In the enemy phase... Oh, yes, sorry. Yep, no, please.
Lita can take...
Exactly. Exactly. I'm going to put 2 damage and 2 horror on her right away. The beast swipes at her and she sort of screams out, but she stays standing, thrusting her torch towards it as we move into... at the end of the enemy phase... unengaged ghouls move towards the parlor.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the round, a doom goes on this agenda for each ghoul that's in the hallway or the parlor, which is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Perfect. And we up.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Delia.
Let's add another blessing there.
Doesn't fucking help? Come on, man. I don't need that. That's not what I need.
Yeah, that's not what I need either. Well, it has a symbol on it, so...
Burp. Yeah, I suppose. We go to 4 now out of 10 Doom as the creature howls again and other skittering sounds kind of... maybe Flower. As other creatures start to rush towards the front hall. Let's not forget we have a resign option. As we go into the mythos phase and we draw an encounter card. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
This is a horrible beast bursts through the room from another wall, leaping at Mateo, as you do.
That's 5 doom on the next round.
It will be. Yeah, you're right. The Lita's ability applies to all monsters, which is good. Hey, you too. Love that. But that's me.
Let's see what else we find in this cursed parlor.
They're everywhere.
Frozen fear.
Oh no! Oh, that's a disaster. Yeah.
So basically this whole ordeal has made Mary a little bit jittery. First time you perform one of the following actions: move, fight, or evade. Each round, it costs 1 additional action.
Yeah. And then at the end of your turn, you test Will 3 and hopefully get rid of it, because it's pretty horrible.
Yeah. That throws a wrench into the plans, basically.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I shouldn't just say maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. I can probably put a few damage on the Ghoul Priest.
Yeah, we do have basically 1 more round after this one, so...
Yeah. Where we put a bunch of doom, but we're not currently doomed out, so you're right. and the creatures that run in won't. They don't hunt, so they won't attack us next round.
Oh yeah, true.
Which is good.
And we can survive some damage still, so...
Yeah, the question is whether we should.
Well, we can survive this round and try to kill the...
Ghoul Priest.
Ghoul Priests.
Excuse me. Yep. Yeah, that sounds like a plan, right?
It's possible.
It is. I'm gonna I think I'm just gonna press on and hope that if I can survive, that if I can't survive, then I'm gonna have to resign next turn.
Yep. Same here.
For now, and this is really gonna hurt, but we're gonna do it. I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity to play something.
So basically 3 and 3.
Yeah. After it attacks you.
Don't get Lita killed.
No, we need Lita. Seeing the creatures kind of through the wall, chewing on, there's blood everywhere, flesh that they're chewing on. The Ghoul Priest is gibbering and laughing. Father Mateo feels a rage pouring through him like nothing he's ever felt before. I'm going to play over the Eye of Chaos. I'm going to play Armageddon, baby! I have to take 3 damage and 3 horror. And then discard a card at random. That's fine. That's because of the the Grave Eater's attack.
Oh.
Yes?
I was just thinking that the Armageddon, if a Chaos token is revealed, but it's an extra damage, it's not an attack damage.
That would be nice, eh?
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct, Flower. I am now at 6. Thank you for keeping track. I thought I had one more. Feeling the as the creatures leap upon him and he sort of bursts forward with additional power, the corruption within him flares back to life. I immediately heal 2 horror, and I lose a willpower and a intellect. That kind of sucks. Well, that really sucks, actually. Man, the whole point was to use willpower. Ugh. Fuck it. Crosshair, I have to try, right?
Using... Oh, that's actually... 1.
Should I try to just fight the Ghoul Priest? I could try to take out this Grave Eater as well? I don't know.
Ghoul Priest probably, because we do want to get to 10, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, right? Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna fight. I'm going to fight using will, which makes me 4-4.
There's a... I'll throw in alchemical transmutation.
Oh, thank you. To go 5-4? Come on, candles, baby. Let's do it. The power raging within Father Mateo bursts forth as he attempts to lash out at the priest. That's a 0. That's a 0. So I got it. That's 2 damage. Are there any curses in the bag right now?
Actually, 3 damage.
3 damage! Yes, you're right. Okay, that actually makes a big difference, doesn't it? Makes a big difference, I think, yeah. Let's try it again. It uses will. It deals +1 damage. I don't have any will icons, unfortunately, so I'm just 4-4. Yep. Just living on these.
I'm just gonna roll a dice here to see if I should put this in.
You do that.
Yep. I was going to do a lore thing with all of my pride coming in, but have the extra point.
Thank you. I will take it because +1. I'm not gonna be mad about that. You're right, Flower. Lita is a zealot, and the fact that she is here to smite monsters, she doesn't get exhausted. She gets dead. Let's fight at 5-4. Come on, Lita. Come on, Crosshair, spending a willpower icon. Oh, God. Oh, ritual candles. Hang on. Okay, what is that? It's -2.
So that's you're losing by 1.
I'm losing by 1, but ritual candles?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now
you
there's
do take 1 damage.
correct, which means now I can't do anything about that, unfortunately. So it's minus X. It's the number of ghouls at your location. Oh no, it's -2. Sorry, it's the tablet. -2. If there is a ghoul at your location, take a damage. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so you were 5-4, so 3-4, and ritual candles 4-4.
Candles!
So Olive McBride from the church beyond the veils of this place manages to somehow inspire Father Mateo
to blast the creature into the beyond. Now, of course, I have to take a damage. It would kill me. So I will. The war, as the energy of pure Armageddon, fire and brimstone bursts out from within Father Mateo, pushing the priest back against the wall, scalding its face with holy righteous fire. I'm just gonna throw that in your discard pile. The creature's Father Mateo's ward snaps under the pressure. But it's at 8 out of 10 damage. Good. Did we do it?
Even while frozen in fear, Mr. Mary looks at this cool priest like, I wasn't done with you yet.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Nice. Engage. Nice.
Engages it and brings out the blessed blade, shut close. A bit brighter, perhaps, at this moment. And I have to use 2 actions for this, so it also comes down to the last action.
Of course it does. I can help. Yeah,
it'll help.
Okay, shit, I'll put in a combat icon for you. Damn it, Flower, no!
That's... Oh, right, we get +1 from Rita. So that's 1, 2, 5, 6.
Yeah, 6 with my icon, yeah.
Yeah, 6 against 4. And before I reveal a chaos token... how many bless tokens do we have? 9.
Perfect.
So I'll exhaust them.
Unbelievable.
Blade.
Yeah, to put a bless in the bag. Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah.
Very good.
Maximum bless.
Maximum bless, baby.
You underestimate our Saint Hubert has over this land. And yeah, Flower is right. It's gonna be a red token.
Don't say that. Why would you say that? Oh my God. Candles.
Here we go.
Ritual candles.
That is ironic enough.
Yeah.
That is a -5.
Okay. What does that mean for us?
-5, so let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6.
I can't believe it was an elder sign and not a bless. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it fails.
Because of your fucking Wheel of Fortune, your goddamn damnedness. Mary!
Yeah. The church bells ring somewhere in the distance, and it just
Pretty close.
doesn't find the target. But it's not the end.
Not yet, anyway.
The ghoul priest does retaliate against the failed attack, so that's 2 damage and 2 horror. I have to do some math here.
Yeah, yep, of course. It's a good point, Sarah.
Okay.
It's a good point.
I can take the 2 horror.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it attacks me, because I'm thinking like it's gonna attack me in the enemy phase.
In the enemy phase, exactly, yeah. I mean, we had to go for it, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to...
Classic Wheel of Fortune.
Does the damage go up to 5 or up to 6?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You take 2 damage, and I mean, I can look for you, but I'm pretty sure it just, once you are at or over your limit, you are immediately defeated.
Oh!
But
If I take 1 damage and 1 horror...
mm-hmm.
Rather...
Well, you'll have 5 damage.
Yeah, because I'm also thinking of how to survive the next attack. That's the thing.
Yes, of course, yeah. Which, you know,
Okay.
it's a lot for sure. I don't have anything, unfortunately, here.
Let's see. Because I can cancel all of the damage here, but it doesn't heal me.
Yes, correct, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, the way I'm looking at the board right now, you simply can't take any more damage, but you can take another 2 horror. But if there's, like you said, if there's 2 attacks coming in quick succession, that's a certain amount of damage and horror total.
Yeah, it's gonna be... Like, let's say I cancel the damage right now. Then I'll still take damage and horror in the enemy phase.
Yes.
But also, if I don't die here, that means that you won't get engaged before the enemy phase, so...
It's true. It's true.
So let's just try it. So I cancel 2 of that damage, which means I'll cancel the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, in the enemy phase,
Yeah.
right? There's damage and horror. I have to lose Lita to survive, which is, again, pretty heavy, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but you might be able to kill the ghoul priest.
That is the hope.
And
as Lita is buried under a mound of, pounding, pulsating flesh, chewing on her face. I don't know.
Yeah, the ghoul priest basically digs its claws into Sister Mary's body as well.
Ugh.
But I can still deny existence.
Oh, that's good. Sounds good.
That's the thing, like, you ignore that aspect of the effect.
Yeah, when it would cause you to do one of the following, and then you ignore that aspect.
Yeah. But it's damage and horror.
Right, so yeah, you can ignore one, but not the other. So I guess the question is, what does Mary want going forward?
I think it's gonna be a mental trauma, better.
Brutal.
It's gonna be a mental trauma.
Come on, Flower, come on. But fair.
Yeah, I'll cancel the damage and take the horror, and with that, Sister Mary is...
Oh boy.
defeated in the parlor with Lita.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now, of course, as we know, she eventually ends up at the Church of St. Hubert, so she's not dead, but perhaps there's a sense of having been defeated by overwhelming odds to a certain extent. Yeah, hit me up with that guy.
But yeah, Sister Mary is defeated at that point.
At that point. Oh, that's a good draw. At the end of upkeep, it's the end of the round. Place a doom for each ghoul in the hallway or the parlor. There are 4. And then I place 1 more. Because it's now the mythos phase. Father Mateo is surrounded by beasts. Horrible, horrible beasts.
Lita is down, Sister Mary is down.
Everyone's
now
down.
It's time to pray.
Yeah, exactly. There's like 4 horrible monsters, kind of like just tons of beasts kind of screaming and running. We draw an oh, okay, yep. That's of course the screeching from the creatures is driving Mateo. This is what he heard before, right? However, Crosshair, it's just a 1-action situation. I just have to summon my last bit of strength and pour the fires of Armageddon into the ghoul priest, and I'll do 2 damage. That's what I have to do, right? That's all I can do. I'm gonna.
There are 10 blesses in the bag.
There are 10 blesses in the bag, and let's not forget that Father Mateo has some guts. He's a little gutsy. He's gonna, if he can dark pink token, if he can just destroy the creature that seems to be leading them, perhaps the rest will respect his power and leave. 6 to 4, and that's the best I can do. So, because if it's a retaliate, then I'll die. Here it comes. 6 to 4, as it always does. Crosshair rate comes down to the last couple token pulls.
Yeah. That's nice.
That is quite nice.
For once.
Yeah. The blast of hellfire smashes the creature and it dissolves, its robes kind of melting away. I'm going to put it in the victory display so we can admire it later. And we advance the act. Defending the home. When the robed creature falls, the fiendish swarm burrows back into the ground. And the chaos of the house quiets. But the stranger in your parlor, who was, I thought she was being eaten, anyway, doesn't seem relieved. You broke my seal that was set to trap the ghouls within. She raises her torch. Now we must take more direct measures and burn this hell pit to the ground. So, I have to decide, or we have to decide, Crosshair. It was never much of a home. Burn it down. Or, this hell pit is my home. No way are we burning it.
I would argue that the scene where Father Mateo carries Sister Mary out of his childhood home while it burns down in the background.
Yep. I was thinking Yep.
It seems like a very thematic and cinematic scene for their first investigation.
This is what they were. This is, as I was saying briefly while you had stepped out of the stream, this is the beginnings of these creatures are the sort of link that linked them together and guided them towards where they eventually ended up, trying to solve the well, not the mystery, but like solve the horror of why they've decided to attack Arkham and what they want and the beasts within. I'm gonna burn it down. It's the fires of Armageddon too, right? You nod and allow the red-haired woman to set the walls and floor of your house ablaze. The fire spreads quickly, and you run out the front door to avoid being caught in the inferno. With Sister Mary, of course. From the sidewalk, you watch as everything you own is consumed by the flames. Come with me, she says. You must be told of the threat that lurks below. Alone we are surely doomed, but together we can stop it. Record that your house burned to the ground. Now, obviously, these are usually for the campaign, but I'm still going to write it down.
Yeah, we have a long campaign.
Yeah, exactly right. Father Mateo's childhood home burned to the ground. The lead investigator earns the Lita Chantler card and may include it in their deck. I'm going to consider whether or not that's something that we want to do. I don't know if that would make sense, but we'll see. The lead investigator suffers one mental trauma from watching his or her home become a smoldering ruin. All right. That's, you know what, it's not that bad. Each investigator earns Victory X, and each investigator earns 2 bonus experience as they gain insight into the hidden worlds of the mythos. You have insurance, right? I don't think it covers ghouls, Flower. All right. What's our XP looking like? I think we did pretty well.
7 experience.
Ooh, yes! I'll take it.
Like the first scenario, that's pretty damn well.
I think that's pretty good, yeah. No, normally this is part of a 3-scenario campaign, but like, for what we're planning, which is other scenarios, I think that makes sense to me, and I'll allow it. I'll take the 7 XP and I will run with it. And
yeah, that was the option to run. But...
Exactly. With his childhood home burning down behind him, we return to the present day, where Bloody Mary and Father Mateo reminisce about that awful day that bonded them together, where they met Lita, and when they realized that destroying this creature's home, or hive, would be one of their ultimate goals in life.
And while holding her side with the claw marks still there from the priest, the ghoul priest, Sir Mary just sighs and goes, well, we best start preparing. They'll be here soon.
They'll be back, exactly. And that brings us to the end of tonight's session of Doomed. Thank you all very much for joining. I always have a good time with this sort of thing, Crosshair. It's always a blast.
Yeah, we'll see how this advances, because even we don't know.
No, exactly. You can join us for more Doomed, of course, on Saturdays, but the best place to find out whether we're on for a specific given day is our Discord channel. It's where I post events when I remember, but usually I get reminded by a bot. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I will post events. I'm looking forward to more of this campaign as we continue to learn a bit about what happened to Father Mateo and Bloody Mary that brought them together. Thank you for the culps. Thank you for joining us for the stream. Tomorrow, book club has been, I believe, postponed. Punchy Book Club.
Yep.
But we have session 0 of our new Avatar Legends campaign over on RPG Clinic at 5 o'clock Eastern. Join us for that. If you want to join us for our new campaign, I hope you can come in at the ground level, as it were. I'll discipline you, Rack. Crosshair, I want to thank you, of course, for joining me for tonight. It's always a good time.
Yeah, this was excellent.
Excellent. Yeah, I know, I do agree.
Even if I did happen to perish.
Yeah, it's tragic for sure, but maybe the mental and physical trauma that we suffered maybe we can mitigate it somehow. Maybe we'll figure something out. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for joining us. We hope to catch you on RPG Clinic tomorrow or around the place. That's the Discord, this channel, other channels related to this channel throughout the week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we're going to see you next time on Doomed. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.